Rashad Holloway, Saul Canelo Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather next Saturday. Tell me about this fight.
It's gonna be a hell of a fight. I'm picking Canelo, 9th round. No longer than nine rounds, knockout, 100%.
That's exactly what his trainer said. Why do you come to that theory?
I didn't even hear what his trainer had to say, but styles make fights.
You know what? Oscar said that. Oscar said 8th or 9th. I'm not sure.
Styles make fights. I honestly think we all know Floyd's been a hell of a boxer. Floyd's a guy that I emulated a lot or tried to emulate a lot coming up. A guy I always looked up to, even in the amateurs. Him as a person, that's a whole other story. But as a boxer, always admired him. He's one of the most talented guys I ever put on a set of gloves. He's smart, very crafty, but we all know boxing is how can I say it? Repetition is something that we work on in boxing, and it becomes natural. Like Freddie says, like he doesn't look for a fighter's weaknesses. He looks for a fighter's habits. Like we're creatures of habits, especially as fighters. There's certain postures that a guy has, certain ways he holds his hands. If he's been doing it for 15 years, he can go on to a new trainer, work with him for 5 years. He'll still have those same habits, and it never change. I mean, it's just part of the game. Floyd is a very smart fighter and very gifted, but Floyd, if you ever notice anything, Floyd is not predictable at all, don't get me wrong. But Floyd, they work on the same punch sequence, if you ever pay attention to it. Him and his uncle, no matter if he's fighting a southpaw, right-hander, it's the same combination, same sequence. They never particularly prepare for a fighter because they feel like Floyd's so gifted, he can adapt to anybody, right?
Right.
And he can. But with that said, what people don't understand is when you do that, you program your body and you program your mind at the same time. You will never hit Floyd with a basic combination. A basic fighter will never, ever beat Floyd. Never. It never happen. I don't care how fast, how whatever. If they're basic, Floyd runs circles around him. You can never hit Floyd with a jab and a right hand. You can never hit him with a jab, right hand, and a hook. If you pay attention, Miguel Cotto saw that in the fight. Miguel Cotto could never hit him with that big hook of his. Never. But guess what Miguel did after the second round? We watched the fight.
Jab.
Everybody. Jab, right hand, and a jab. What happened every time?
Boom.
Floyd got hit with the third shot. The second shot never hit him. Floyd got hit with the third shot. Unpredictable. He's taught to defend a jab, right hand, and a hook. That's natural instincts for him. It's natural. So when he sees you throw a jab in the right hand, automatically what does Floyd do? He gets ready to brace himself for the hook. No, here comes a jab. He couldn't adapt to that. But Miguel didn't have more than just that to be able to beat him. That was the problem. Same thing when he fought Chop Corley. What did he do? He fought a southpaw. Did Roger Mayweather turn southpaw to train him? No, he trained him the traditional way. Guess what? Chop Corley hurt him. Zab Judah was able to stun him from the left-handed side. Shane Mosley could never hit him with a jab in the right hand all night.
Threw an overhand right.
What did he do? Threw an overhand right. Unpredictable shot. It came out of nowhere. He hurt him. You know what I mean? So with that being said, if you do anything off the basic line with Floyd Mayweather, you got more success hitting him that way than anybody else. Canelo's faster than a lot of people think, and Shane told me that himself. Canelo's fast. Good speed, very physically strong, very unpredictable, and he's very aggressive. And his defense is better than a lot of people think. They don't give him credit for how good Canelo is. I think the kid is really special. And in all honesty, the way he lets punches go when he has a guy against the ropes, he rips combinations to the head and the body so fast and so furious, he mixes them up. I mean, he just does. Mayweather won't be able to predict that. He won't be able to set up for that. You see guys like Guerrero and them, they're already starstruck when they get in the ring, and they're basic. They get in there and they're trying to put basic combinations together. Canelo lets them fly. I don't see how Mayweather's going to be able to stand up to that. I just don't see it. Personally, myself, I see Mayweather being able to pot shot, beat him to the punch, being slick, but Canelo's going to walk him down, cut the ring off, and it's going to be a short night. Mayweather's going to fight because Mayweather has a lot more dog than people think. Like when he got hurt against Shane Mosley, what did he do?
Come face forward.
He bit down and he fought. And he's got heart. He's a fighter. But he's in over his head as far as size and as far as like the style of the fight. Canelo's not a better boxer than Floyd Mayweather. Don't get me wrong. Not at all. But this style for this fight at this day and age, and
He picked the wrong.
It's the wrong one. It's the wrong one. I commend him for stepping up and finally taking a big risk like this, because there's been years when Floyd could have took these big risks when fighters were in their prime and undefeated, and he didn't. He waited till later to fight him, which I understand and I respect him because it's business. He's devoted his life to boxing. It's business. I mean, he's fought the best of the best, but he's picked the right times to fight him, and you know what? He's looking out for his well-being, his kids, and his future. Nobody wants to walk around all busted up, not being able to speak. So I understand it. It's a smart business move, but I commend him for finally taking a fight that the public really, really wants to see. And I really think, I think Canelo does this with no problem. And if he doesn't, my hat goes off to Mayweather for doing what he did. You know what I mean? And like I said, no matter what, hands down, Mayweather still be one of the baddest boxers to ever touch the game. But I really see Canelo winning by knockout, and I got money on it. So
How much?
I don't want to speak on that, but I tell you what, the odds of the knockout,
I heard it's if I'm not mistaken, I heard it's 8 or 10 to 1.
9-1. So
9 to
I'll
1.
put it to you like this.
You put 100, you make 900. No?
I put money on it. So
Okay.
I win this.
You
I'm
taking a
going
good
out.
vacation?
I'm going out buying a new car cash. Another car.
You said 9th round, right?
9th round knockout.
What
Don't
punch do you
it.
see it? How do you see it? Let's say play out that 9th round.
I really, honestly, it may happen before the 9th round. I just don't see it going past the 9th. I see Floyd, like Canelo can't let Floyd get up too many rounds in the beginning. I see Floyd coming out the first round, moving. But Floyd's real leery. Floyd in the beginning is leery. He waits, and if you saw the fight with Guerrero and Victor Ortiz, he waits until he sees that you really can't do anything. First 2 rounds, he plays it real safe. After that, you know what I mean? He finally opens up. I see Canelo coming out the gate, just coming after him. And if he comes out the gate coming after him, makes it an uncomfortable fight for him, Mayweather's smart enough and slick enough to last for a while, but it's going to wear down on him. Just like Jose Luis Castillo. Jose Luis Castillo in the first fight did the same thing. He wasted no time. He came straight out on Floyd. Straight out the gate, jumped on him from the start, and he made it a dog fight. But you're talking about a kid that can punch a lot better. Not only that, people talk about how Canelo struggled with Austin Trout. People got to realize something. Austin Trout is my boy, and I've been around Austin for years. Austin was in the amateurs when I was. Austin is one of the slickest fighters you will ever see. Like, Austin didn't get the publicity that he should have gotten in his career because he went a different route. He had different managers. He wasn't with the top promoters, so he didn't get looked after like everybody else. But when he got a shot, he jumped on it and he took it. Austin's one of the slickest guys you ever want to be in there with. He's very elusive. Very, very difficult to fight, and he's a southpaw. And Canelo, and it was a close fight. People say it could have went either way, and you know I say the same thing, but I think the knockdown made the biggest difference. And for Canelo to be able to do what he did against Austin,
Straight right.
to me, yeah, but not just that, but for him to be able to last and be able to beat Austin the way he did, like. And that was a tough, smart fight. It shows growth to me with him as a person. I remember when he fought a dude named Larry Mosley, who I've known for years, was a top amateur. He was a top amateur back in 2000, all the way from 2000 to 2004. He was the man. And Larry fought Canelo when Canelo first came. Larry is slick as ice. Larry gave Canelo a semi-boxing lesson, but Canelo was able to outwork him. And Canelo's been hurt. I mean, he got hurt by
Miguel Cole's brother, yeah.
I mean, it happens. It's a transition. You grow in fights. And I think he's grown. Like, he's grown a lot. And he's ready for the big stage. I just honestly don't see Floyd beating him. And I wouldn't put my money on him if I did.
One last question. What's the punch that Canelo will knock out Floyd?
There's no one punch. Honestly, there's no one punch.
It's going to be a combination. 2 and 3s.
I would say it would be a combination of 2, 3s, and 4s. Like, Canelo likes to mix the uppercuts with the hooks and the right hands. The jab, uppercut, hook, right hand, he mixes them up, and they're always different. A sequence like that is going to be the shot to catch Floyd, and I really see a right hand catching him. I see a right hand or uppercut catching him. I don't see a left hook. Floyd always catches the hook. Don't really see a hook catching him, but I really do see a right hand catching him. I see a right hand or uppercut. And the uppercut will lift his head to set up the right hand, and that'll be a left uppercut at that. It's going to be a short night. Or a body shot. It's going to be a short night.